Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Weekly Fantasy Report. I'm your host, PD Pipe Show, broadcasting from the Fantasy Shanty, and let's get to those highlights. And the Chief Meister opened up the scoring when Tyreek Hill went deep, and he knew what was going on. He said, "Oh, Boydie boy, I got this one locked, see you later." But Boyd wasn't to be shut out. Oh no, he came back with a little touchdown of his own until Tyreek put the exclamation mark and put the kids to bed. Chafe wins 148-109. And the Bees trying to climb out of the cellar. Robert Woods walked into the end zone to start the scoring. McCaffrey, he comes back with a little touchdown of his own with Renfro, but the Bees weren't to be denied. Justin Herbert slung 3 touchdowns, and the Bees get their third win of the season, 172-143. And the Doc made a sneaky play on Thursday night when he picked up Curtis Samuel, who made 2 house calls. But on Sunday, the Pack got it rolling in the early games with his freshly traded for Devontae Adams scoring 3 touchdowns. But the Doc stood up and said,
"Oh, it is on, mofo!"
and brought A.J. Brown to play like a big man, pounded to the end zone, and the stack of Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf was cooking on this big highlight. Doc wins 191-154. And the Carls open the scoring with a Corey Davis TD that was originally said no, but he tapped them toes like a ballerina. We asked the Bills, can you still win?
Yes, I can!
With a big-time performance from Dalvin Cook. Not 1, not 2, but this man pounded 3 touchdowns on the ground, and this nifty screen pass, oh yeah, that he sliced and diced through that listless Green Bay defense. Oh yeah, the Bills smokes the Carls 213-139. And the Ghost got real excited when he watched that sweet-smelling touchdown by A-Rob. But after that, Patty Mahomes put him in his grave. Mahomes scored more touchdowns than the Ghost could count, and his sorry performance was one of the worst of the season. Philly takes it home 150-111. Ertz rental car became Italian. Oh, it isn't a pun. It's not clever. Hell, it isn't even a corny dad joke. Just flat out makes no sense. It's a sign of a severely unhinged human being. But Diggs tried his best with Trey Burton taking a Wildcat snap. Touchdown. And Diggsy boy, he made the pickup of the week. The DJ Dallas, an unknown, coming out there for not 1, but 2 TDs.
Boss, he didn't play him.
What, Diggsy boy, what are you thinking?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
All time you needed was the play of Brandon Ayuk to seal the deal. 153-136. Randy Savage,
Cream of the crop!
Player of the Week, Dalvin Cook, playing for those dirty Bills. Oh yeah, 226 total yards and 4 TDs.
96-59.
Rashard Higgins. Oh, does the ghost ever have a bone to pick with a guy he spent big money on and then just got one catch for 14 yards? I know the wind was brutal, but one catch is awful. And that would have to be the ghost. Oh, he made some poor decisions. His team just flat out played awful, and he left the high-scoring player Zach Moss wasting away on the bench in a 2-touchdown performance. Oh, yeah.
Boing!
You've got mail.
Our first question comes from Andrei Petrovic. He says, "Hey, Petey, everyone I touch gets injured. How do I lift this gypsy curse off my team?" Well, pal, there's only one answer. Drink till you black out. Our next question comes from Hamilton Porter. Do you play fantasy football? And if so, what is your team name? I do play, pal. And I do have a lot of injuries and lose a lot, so I can't remember what my team's called. And our third and final question comes from Kaiser Sose. Hey, come on, people, send your real names in. Anyway, Kaiser says, "I bet Ricky beats the brakes off you in fantasy." Well, let me tell you something about that. I'm glad you mentioned Ricky, 'cause I got a little something for him. Hey, Ricky, you remember when you danced all over my show last week? I said I would get you back. So here's a little something I did outside a couple hours ago. You better believe that's your TV. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be no interview this week because my awesome producer forgot to call anybody. But he says instead, we got sent a video from the ghost. He sent this with a caption that said, "Ghost is dead." And then he sent a message saying the team needs motivation, and accompanied was this video.
Hey, Matt, how can we get back on the right track?
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Interpret that as you will. For me, I believe Sean Connery said it best.
Boy, you might be legally retarded.
And that's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous week.